Varus Heimerdinger combo, but the lethality Varus, honestly, I think a lot stronger than people are giving it credit right now, and it's a relatively squishy team on the side of TT as well for him to poke away at.
It was LNG versus Weibo where we saw that one being picked out, and I believe it was Light which picked up the Varus itself. Ended up walking away, of course, with a win with that. LNG, despite adding Guile to their roster, not having the easiest starts to this split. Have to see what they can do continuing on into that one. But in this game, it is all about Game 3, Top Esports, TT. TT won in Spring versus Top Esports, even though they were so very, very close in the standings. 7th and 8th place. This could be a very important matchup if they were to be as close again at the end of summer.
Let's see what JackeyLove can do on the pick. I feel like JackeyLove versus 1XN is absolutely the matchup to watch right now. They've both been playing so well across this series. 1XN put behind in game number 2, and JackeyLove had his moment to shine. Whereas game number 1, 1XN on that Aphelios, just destroying people. Now, on the Jinx once again. Didn't work out for him in game number 2. We'll see if he can redeem himself, or whether the answer to beating TT is just ban Aphelios. Game number 3 will be the deciding factor. And look at this, 1XN starting boots. Yeah, he's got boots as well, so that's big damage coming out from the Annie. Hoya and Wayward in a bit of a scrap up top as Wayward goes for the all-out. He wants the 1v1, but Needlework in play here. Hoya goes wide on 2 of them, though, and Wayward misses his cue. Everything's going wide in this one. It's a comedy of errors, but Hoya coming out on top.
Couple of near misses there from Hoya. Cancels an auto 2, misses a Needlework, but it is just enough to thread the needle in that solo kill. Wayward lost the matchup here in game 2. Manages to redeem himself a little bit with those team fights. Hoya, though, important solo kill and plates on top of that. That's a big win, especially considering Wayward has no TP. Can't even collect this cannon wave at tower.
Yeah, he's like 20 CS down off the back of this play. It's absolutely massive. And he was the one starting this off.
I think he's just trying to get something with a level 6 mark up. But Hoya hits it first. Wayward, even with the stack Qs, not able to outvalue. I get when you're Cassandra, you can kind of look at half your HP bar and say, that's enough. That's basically full HP bar when you're all outing. It gets close because flashes over the foot, that Needlework, dodges another one. You think, hey, with those 2 stacks down, maybe you can win this. And considering that Q3 was missed, this was a close run thing.
So close to finishing Hoya off there. Great movement. JackeyLove and Mark getting so far ahead. Yao has decided to leave that lane. Rookie flashes straight away, but it's a 3-man play. It's a great charm follow-up. Yao getting the kill with the Eclipse. It's not ideal, but it's still a kill. I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. TT getting all mathematical on us. Although I'm not sure how mathematical they're seeing it as, but I like the mountain range analogy.
They can see the Matrix.
I'm here for it. I feel Swiss listening to this story with all the mountains involved. But yeah, Top Esports kind of sticking to mostly what's standard in this series until they brought out this Varus and Heimerdinger, which I think might become standard if we keep seeing these 80 carry bands. Big all in at the bottom side. Mark, the target, taken down, and now the follow-up from Top Esports. They want to turn this around. Tibbers is doing some work here. Oh, great charm from UCal, but he can't follow it up. And it will be a 1-for-1 in the end. It's Wayward trying to find Hoya here. Is he going to go for an all-out at this point? Yes, pulls him, but won't find the knock-up just yet. Needs to find that Q. Oh, the flash is a whip!
No!
Wayward! It's gone so sideways. It's a disaster in the top lane.
Hoya with nerves of steel, though. Doesn't even blow the flash, just sidesteps, hits his own skill shots, knows his damage, and Wayward is being comprehensively outlaned and out 1v1'd.
That was tough to watch. Especially from Wayward, who we just saw an interview saying, you know, I'm trying to make it to the All-Pro team. He obviously wants it. The whip, too much.
Solar Flare, not able to get the maximum value out, doesn't cut the fight short as they would have liked to, and what that means is that a load of turrets get to go down with the Heimerdinger roll, which add onto the Tibbers. What we go into here, though, is briefly a 2-level advantage in that top side, reduced to a 1 when Wayward manages to kill one of those minions, but he chooses this fight, much like previous ones, and he just gets absolutely blasted. Hoya just outsteps him time after time. One of the questions we had in game 2 was what happens with this matchup. Wayward managed to outvalue in team fights later on, but he struggled in that laning phase. Hoya, he's come down to the fight at this point, but he's not had to make a trade for getting a kill in a team fight as opposed to trade it off to Wayward getting a couple of plates in the tower. Wayward, he doesn't have a way into this game right now.
And you have to wonder what happened between games that his mentality of this matchup has changed so much. Like, what did a coach say or someone say to say, like, look, you've got to try and find the Gwen in the early game? Because he's really going for it in this one. He's got a winning bot lane, and he's caught out again. That's just going to be a kill over to UCal. Be able to bring Top Esports 2-3 games. Hoya, 1v2 on the bottom side. And you can't beat Wayward when he's got TN there as well. UCal will be spotted by the sweeper here. Do they
spot the
over
Ari?
The wall. UCal's in trouble. Gets over to the rest of his team. Jagulov's in trouble in the meantime as the Cyclone comes on through. Jagulov's solar flare is there and he will go down in the end, but Yao Yao escapes with his life. In the meantime, Top Esports 4 strong, but the needlework does some damage. Hoya over the wall. His Tibbers is 1v1ing Yao Yao in the meantime. But Top Esports pull the fight out. UCal and Beitron taken out.
TT not going to have the unparalleled point of power, which we maybe thought they could. And Rookie is going to cash out some people in between the gaps, going to find Hoya.
Has he been seen yet? There we go. Now he's been seen. Tibbers comes on down. Look at the damage out from Rookie. On top of TN's Black Cleaver. Damage is one thing they are not shy on. 5k on the Baron. TN is in the area though. It's going to be a 50-50. He's CC'd up by Yao Yao. Trying to get into the pin. He gets it! He actually gets it as Wayward takes out 1xN as well. It's disaster for TT. 1 for 1 in the fight. Now stuck in the back of the pit, but Wayward's over the wall. Just waiting for them to come. It's Beitron taken out. 2 kills and a Baron. Everything goes the way of Top.
There are burgers everywhere. The flip's got awry. They're all on the floor. The condiments are scattered. TT desperate around that objective, and they are punished for it. Tien with a lot of flips in that first game, which went the distance. Went very late game. And in this game, and probably the most important flip of the series, Tien walks away with the smite. The damage is there from TT. You can see how much damage onto the Baron that Gwen does alongside the other carries of the Jinx and then the Ari, but it's not quite quick enough. They can't quite keep Tien out of the pit. And now you have to think that was the last gasp from TT. You lose that Baron, you're going to lose control of the map afterwards.
Yeah, you certainly are. And especially with Varus Heimerdinger. This is the perfect situation for them. Pushing with a Baron always feels fantastic. And you can see the Top Esports gang backstage, very happy with what's happening here. Yao Yao trying to find something alongside UCal, but Rookie might just all in him here, waiting for that Eclipse to go down. Everfrost, as well as TP from Hoya, now behind enemy lines, but he's not going to be able to get in on this one. UCal actually turns golden to keep himself alive. Tibbers used on just the one as a rocket. Golden again from Rookie this time around, trying to move upwards in the fight as Hoya finds one onto Rookie and TT. Somehow finding an advantage here. This got real wacky real quick.
Rookie just too separated from the rest of the team. The reason TT couldn't press this advantage harder is because that thing in the top right of your screen, the AD carry, was not there for that fight. The rocket was the only contribution they can have. See it? Top Esports still in the enemy jungle though.
UCal's so close to finding that charm there, but Top Esports play it safe. Drake coming up in a second. And remember, Top Esports, this is their soul if they can take the dragon. 15 seconds on Rookie and he has TP available. Feels like TT are nervous to fight for this one.
It would be soul for Top Esports, and again, not really the game-ending soul in the way that a Hex deck is, or potentially some Mountains and Infernals. Not all souls are created equal. Teleport back in from Rookie. No Tibbers, but he has himself the stun. How much can TT do?
Gotta watch Beitron. He needs to make his way into the pit. Oh, he's chunked by Jackulov. The rocket goes out, it's soul taken, and Wayward has found Beitron. Knocked him back as he dashes forwards, looking for Yao Yao as well. Hoya zoned away by TN. Q3 flashed away from Beitron, gets into the brush, but he's alone and chased down by Jackulov. A hail of arrows falls from the sky, and Beitron is slain. Yao Yao next, but it's a great Everfrost from UCal to buy space for his support. Taken down anyway with the all-out. As now Hoya rejoins the team. Oh, the charm keeps Rookie away, denies the Tibbers. It was just about on cooldown, but Rookie was looking for the stun. Top Esports, they get soul, they get a couple of extra kills, and they get control.
And the carries of Thunder Talk Gaming just can't make it happen. Hoya caught out to the side this time. It was 1xN just before that. And 1xN has barely been able to impact either of the games since that first one. First game looked so good, but without the Aphelios, looks like he's without teeth. Hoya without a life bar.
mean, Hoya had such a good start to the game, had such a good team fight earlier on with the needleworks going on through, but consistently not respecting what Top Esports can do to lock him down and take him out. That'll be a mid lane inhib taken. And this feels reminiscent of what we saw yesterday with LGD taking JDG to 3 games. The underdog story felt like it could come true. They might actually just win the game without personally hitting the Nexus here if these cannons keep up the way they're going.
Perfect victory, not a single auto attack on the Nexus, and yet you're the ones that can win it. These cannon minis are getting scarily strong though, scary close to that Nexus. Tara keeps going down. That's a Jinx ult for wave clear. 1xN really just trying to do the bare minimum he can to these turrets.
Here we go, the attempt comes out, Yukal with the flash forwards, but just locked down and taken out here. JackeyLove in trouble, Hoya on the back line, but shot straight between the eyes. We've got Robin Hood there for JackeyLove, as he will finish the game in style. TT forced back onto Fountain, and it looked so good for TT at game number 1 of the series, but Top Esports remind us why they're in the conversation for being a top team as they make their way towards the top end of the scoreboard. That'll be their 3rd victory on the board, which puts them, I believe, in 2nd place as they'll have slightly better game difference over JDG.
And Top Esports, a team with a huge amount of expectations, huge amount of name brand value. They were very close to TT in spring. They lost them in the regular season. They just about pipped them to the post in the standings. They've ended up finishing 7th over TT's 8th.